Good morning. It's June the 23rd, and the Brexit day has finally arrived. We no longer will be bombarded with articles switching from Brexit yes, Brexit no. Right now, the polls suggest that the UK will stay with the EU, and that shouldn't surprise anybody. I mean, people don't like change. And even when you go to the poorest sections of the U.S. cities where it is a subsistence living, where the schools are terrible, the city services are terrible, where the crime is rampant, where your life literally is in danger, they keep voting the same party in that has created those conditions for them. And why? Because people don't like change. The status quo is something they've learned to cope with or exploit, and everything in between. And it's just, we don't like change is what it boils down to. So not too hard or difficult to call to say that Brexit probably would not happen. So equities are up, crude oil is up, the euro is up, the pound is up, the dollar is down, the yen is down, treasuries are lower, and gold is a little bit lower. So the market's reacting like Brexit is not going to happen either. Okay, probably the cleanest break structurally is right here in the 131.04 area. Resistance does begin at 131 even, maybe 31.5. So our first sell zone is going to be 31.04, followed by 7 to 11. The buy side. If you don't think you know where the market is going before the fact, just take a look right here at this high volume number, literally to the tick, 26. It's not a market number, and that's where the selling stopped. So you got pretty good support at 24 to 28. Buy one, and then 17 to 21. Buy two. I don't think the bottom falls out of treasuries. Why? Because interest rates based on Fed policy are very, very low, and they're not going to change anytime soon. So while treasuries can sell, and I think they might try to sell early in the session because of where interest rates are with the Fed, they can't go too far. Okay, today's news, and we have a bunch of it. Jobless claims, the default 270. Usually not a factor, but if it's the only piece of news, I can move the markets. Chicago Fed's National Activity Index minus 0.22 last. Below zero, it shows economic contraction. Flash PMI manufacturing 51. It is above 50%. That number could come in lower than forecast, but it's not usually a market maker. New home sales could come in higher than forecast at 565. That number is really, really easy to manipulate. LEI nobody pays any attention to because of the interest rate component at plus 0.2, and natural gas inventories at 59. So the focus will be Brexit. The market will be subject to spikes on polls that come out showing Brexit yes, Brexit no. So Brexit will be number one. I think the direction of the yes will be number two. And probably new home sales. I don't think anybody pays a lot of attention to jobless claims anymore. I mean, it's the default number, it's the consensus number, and it comes in really, really close to that. Okay, like the short side first in treasuries, first resistance area is going to be 20 to 24. So 27 to 31, sell 1. 7 to 11, sell 2. On the buy side, 4 to 8, 1. So 29 to 01, buy 1. And then 17 to 21, buy 2. like the short side first. We can't crack 166 even, 166.04, can trade from the long side. Okay, gold is lower, as we anticipated. Again, it's just hard for me to see it breaking down. So if that 60-63 area can hold up this morning, we got a chance to trade higher. If 63-64 becomes resistance, then I'm pretty sure we're headed to 55-57. So our first buy zone will be 60-62. Second buy zone will be 55-57. On the sell side, 69-71. And then where we were last night, 74-76. Well, the euro soared above 114 when I looked at it this morning. I imagine it's still north of 114. Like we said yesterday, euro would rally if it looked like Brexit would fail, and rally it has. So we're back to our 114.50, 111.50, 112 range. And remember, we have these rallies, but they haven't been sustained off the Brexit news and Brexit news articles. So 14.50, a 45 to 50, sell 1, 75, sell 2. On the buy side, we broke it out from 91, so 114 even, 113.90, buy 1. And then buy 2 will be 13.75. And this one, probably subject to more news spikes and movement than any of our markets today because of the importance of Brexit to the EU. They need Germany and Britain finance the rest of the EU, and Britain is expected to take their fair share of new immigrants. I mean, this is it's suicide. And we're doing the same thing in the United States. Hillary's campaign has promised to increase Syrian refugees by 500+%. And if there was ever a group of people that had damn near zero chance of assimilating and had values vastly different than the United States, it would be those that come from the Middle East. And Russians. They're as far away as you can get. Now, say what you think about, you don't like the Latino invasion of the United States, but their values are very close to ours. They're Judeo-Christian. So it makes it easier for them to assimilate over time. Okay, looking at crude oil. Up a little bit, but that's fine. Brexit fails, so 50, 50 1/4, sell 1. 50, 50, 50, 75, sell 2. On the buy side, 49 even, 49 1/4, buy 1. Then buy 2, 48 1/4, 48.50. I expect that there will be selling against 50, and that looks like a reasonable trade to me. And last but not least, the E-mini. You got to feel 2100 is within reach. It's right there, and we should get a retest of it. Again, this morning we have rejected prices above 2100, so that's where resistance is. And this rejection, nobody was willing to pay to take the market higher from there. So stops above 2100, so 99 to 01. Sell failure to take out and hold 2102. Then 5 to 10. A lot of action between 5 and 10. Lots of little topping action in there. So that would be the second sell band. On the first buy band down here, 91 to 89. And then we got this, you really can see this high volume area all the way from 88 down to 83. So 85, 86, 84 for buy 2. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, I really got a very, very good friend whose parents from Mexico. He's an American, and his parents are naturalized now. Did it the old-fashioned way. They crossed the river. They snuck in, and we have pretty extensive conversations on, why this illegal immigration and everything, what it does to his business. He's in the construction business, and bottom line is that he wants illegal immigration stopped to protect the people that are getting beaten up and criminalized as they try to make it across the border. But he wants his people in Mexico to have the same opportunities his family did because of the oppression and the rigged and stacked game. So boil it all away, why he's for less stringent immigration policies or friendly immigration policies for Mexico is to give people in Mexico a chance that don't have an economic chance at all down there. And I thought that was a pretty interesting take. So lots of different opinions, very, very emotional topics for a lot of people, but if you ask or go for the bottom reason, why do you really want this, you can usually figure it out. That's it. Going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy on that. I will be back with you as soon as possible.